Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another recording of Sam and Max Season 2, Episode 4. We just got on this alien spacecraft. It's time to look around and see what all the buttons do. So we have a speaker device. Let's start
Looks
with
like
that.
some kind of weird alien radio.
We have a button.
It's the elevator's emergency recall button.
We have Bosco, which we already talked to him in the last recording. Central device.
Hey Max, what do you think this thing is?
Calibrating. Complete. I now have mastered your primitive but no less valid language. Please choose from the following topics of conversation.
10. System identification.
Who are you?
I am this craft's artificial intelligence. I supervise the operations of this craft and the activities of its crew.
So the reason why it says 10, 20, 30, 40 is that's basic programming languages that they would number. I don't know why they would number by tens. It's probably a decent thought, but let's ask the owner identification.
Where's the crew?
They are currently occupied with the craft's primary mission. They will arrive shortly to detain you for your own safety.
30, obvious query.
What happened to Bosco?
The intruder made unsanctioned use of the time shuttle.
How do we use that elevator?
Simply choose a destination. Additional destinations can be opened using convenient pre-printed time cards.
So we need time cards.
What are my options?
My personality can be configured to respond in the style most appropriate to the user. Please choose from the following options.
Politically correct default, suggestive, abusive, or passive aggressive. Let's stick with politically correct for the moment.
Politically correct.
Selection acknowledged as no more or less valid than the other available choices.
We will come back to the system settings. And then the one below it is print time card.
We'd like to get a time card, please.
I cannot print a time card until the captain chooses a destination.
Alright, so let's go back to the system settings.
What are my
now.
options?
My personality can be configured to respond in the style most appropriate to the user. Please choose from the following options.
Let's go with suggestive.
Suggestive.
Oh, that is exactly how I like it.
So let's go through this again.
Who are you?
The better question is, who are you?
Where's the crew?
Don't worry about them. This moment is all about us.
What happened to Bosco?
Bosco made illicit use of the time shuttle and just savaged history.
How do we use that elevator?
Print out a card to where you want to go and insert it slowly into the time card reader.
We'd like to get a time card, please.
I cannot print a time card until the captain chooses a destination.
That one didn't change. Let's go ahead and terminate.
So long.
I'll see you later.
So we'll have fun with that and change the settings every time we talk to him. Can we go out the exit?
Bosco's oppressors could spring out of there any moment. Ray guns blazing.
So the answer is no, they're too afraid to go out the exit door. Let's walk around here. What's this alien device?
There appears to be an 18% loss of efficiency in the starboard tachyon pulse perambulator. It'd take me 4 days to fix.
You have 30 seconds!
Star Trek reference. We have this shielded entrance, I suppose.
Moo!
Either we've seen a huge spike in theta wave radiation off the port bow, or I have no idea how to read this thing.
Moo.
I wonder if the mooing of Bosco is probably a hint that we're supposed to go talk to him. Let's go talk to him. Nope, nothing new to say. He's just mooing.
Stay, Bosco. Stay. Stay.
Cut out the wisecracks and fix me!
So, even though we're on an alien device, alien spaceship, the thing here is we're going through the elevator to go to different time periods. Let's see.
Moo.
We, I think, only have one destination, so it's not letting us choose. Just Bosco's time card and the home button. So what's the home button
We're already there.
We're already home. Okay. So the time card gets punched like a time card that would be used to track a employee's number of hours he works, which nobody uses that anymore, I'm sure.
Bosco's again? How'd we end up back here?
Judging from the lack of safety railings and ready availability of guns and ammo, I'd say we've gone back in time. Seems to be sometime in the early sweet mother of mole sauce.
You fools gonna buy something, or do you want to make a baby?
Well, now.
Interesting. So nobody even questions the elevator. We have a portable AI here.
The spaceship's artificial intelligence unit is stuck on the elevator.
Interesting. Let's look at the specials.
9mm hollow points are always special.
Let's look at the weenies before we talk to
Nations rise and
Bosco's
nations fall,
mom.
but those hot weenies will outlast us all. The one constant across all human cultures of all times is a massive amount of waste.
guns.
They're
beautiful.
Like, some of these guns probably did not even exist in the time that we're supposed to be in. I don't think that assault rifle probably did. That gun very well might not have.
Hey Max, remember that old carbon data we got from Sybil last year?
Yeah, we gave it to Bosco so he could keep scanning his weenies.
Looks like he's made some modifications to it.
Baby needs.
Baby food and bum wipes. If you use less of one, you wouldn't need as many of the other.
Baby making machine. Open sample. Ooh, so you can actually make a baby.
This sample has been completely contaminated by milk. It'll have to be replaced.
And then...
This sample says Mama Bosco.
Don't touch that. I made that sample when my spit was most fertile.
Oh, is this how Bosco was made?
What a waste. What a senseless waste.
So, here's how Bosco was made. He spilled some milk with Mama Bosco's DNA.
What's this?
It's my chemical sampler. Get somebody to spit on it, and it gives you a sample test tube for the baby maker.
Mind if we borrow it?
Go ahead. I already got all I need.
Looks like a weird bread-making machine.
Don't be silly. That's my baby maker. You take a spit sample from the mother and one from the father, mix them together in that machine, and then out comes a happy little bundle of perfection.
Finally, somebody explains how that works.
That's not the generally agreed upon method, Max.
So, we're gonna make some babies, apparently.
Cold orange things you suck never go out of style. Milk and hooch. Something for the kiddies and something for your cereal.
Let's go in the bathroom.
Russians send first woman into space.
Soon they'll send all their women into space.
That's pretty funny. So here's the wine bottles.
A nice aged bottle of Nippy Valley brand vinegar.
Ah, some idiot left the cork in, Sam. It's still wine.
Let's just let that breathe for a few decades, Max.
So we take the cork out, that way we have the vinegar in the future.
I'm still fairly sure I can hold it.
That's an interesting perspective.
No timeout needed.
Accounting desk.
We're better to crunch numbers than in the John.
Accounting and sink
My paws are spotless.
and towel.
Oh, the germs look so young.
So if we use the chemical sampler on Sam,
I don't need a sample from him.
or if we use the chemical sample from Max,
I think I'm better off not knowing what Max is made of.
chemical sampler from the wine.
It's the lousy Bosco house brand. Not worth sampling. Besides, the bottle's still corked.
Besides, the bottle's still corked. That's not true.
It printed a time card with Stinky's logo on it. Not happening. Nuh-uh. No way. It printed out a card with the Intergalactic Freelance Police logo. Sounds intriguingly futuristic. No siree.
So I've got to run around.
No way. Nothing doing.
Use this carbon dater on everything to get time cards. Okay. How that device prints time cards and how that works with the alien technology is a big question. But I won't
Nuh-uh.
ask it that question because it probably will never get explained. Let's see. This with
Not happening.
Seems like the time card machine works more for people than things.
I've already scanned myself with this thing. No siree. Nah. I've already scanned myself with this thing. It printed a time card with a presidential seal and some strange numbers.
What was that?
We just needed to scan you for,
The hell you did. Explain yourselves.
You must be Mrs. Bosco.
That's Ms. Bosco. I don't want any part of your oppressive patriarchy.
Fair enough, ma'am. Miss, you.
Who are you?
Sam and Max, Freelance Police.
Finally, the police. Maybe you can help me catch that fool.
Who do you want us to catch?
Which fool did you want us to catch exactly?
That man who just came in here yelling about conspiracies and busting up the place.
Bosco always did know how to make a memorable first impression.
Can you tell us more about the man who trashed your shop?
He took one look at me and screamed.
That should narrow the list of suspects down to any man with eyes.
Then he stumbled back and ran right into my baby maker.
Ouch.
We can't take the case, but we'll keep an eye out for your vandal, Miss Bosco.
I swear if I ever find him, I'm gonna make sure he gets no pleasure in this life.
Ah, I haven't heard a tale of motherly love like that since the Manchurian Candidate.
We're here to help your son.
I don't have a son. You think it's not enough I'm a businesswoman and inventor? A woman's only useful if she's got a son.
It's not that. We're friends with him.
Well, acquaintances.
We know him.
We've spoken to him more than once.
Doesn't matter. I'm not defined by my children. But when I do have one, she's gonna be the most perfect little angel.
Did you say make a baby?
What was that you said about making a baby?
I'm made uncomfortable by this line of questioning, Sam.
That's just because you're scared of a world where career-minded women don't need to be tied to a man to have a family. This ain't the past anymore. It's the 1960s. They can talk about putting a person on the moon, and I can invent a baby-making machine.
How does the baby maker work?
Well, how does this baby-making machine work?
You just take a DNA sample from the mother and the other person and combine them in that machine. Let it bake a couple hours, and you've got a beautiful baby girl. Or boy, I guess. I've already got my own samples in there. I'm gonna test it out tonight after closing.
How do you get the DNA samples?
Isn't that obvious? Saliva, fools!
Well, naturally.
Oh, of course.
Who's the father? Good question. Good question.
Where'd you get the father's sample?
Oh, him. Well, I was just in Washington, D.C. for a special occasion, and when I was touring the White House, I met a nice man in a dark suit. He was polite and didn't say much. Seemed like his spit was as good as anybody else's, so I picked him.
Super Bowl.
See you later, Ms. Bosco.
We're gonna pick up some swinging 60s chicks and start a groovy hullabaloo.
Men.
Cut it out, Max. You don't even like girls.
Oh, right.
You got a problem with women?
Nah, just never interested. With all the general malice I have to get done in a day, girls are just a huge waste of time.
I have never been as turned on as I am right now.
What?
You just never found the right woman, and I never found the right man. Forget the baby maker.
Catastrophic temporal anomaly detected.
Run away with me, Max, my white stallion.
Curse my irresistible animal magnetism.
This conversation is over. Oh, so we are now trapped in a puzzle where we've got to convince her to not fall in love with me, otherwise all of time is going to fall apart.
Miss Bosco, I really think you should reconsider.
I can already see us, living next door to that nice detective.
Well, it would be nice having someone to do my laundry.
You don't even wear clothes.
And yet, I always end up with so many blood-stained shirts. 'Tis a mystery.
Come on.
I'm a bad seed. I can't be faithful to just one woman.
Oh, I'm enough for at least a dozen women. You dog, you.
Think of your children. What about that?
I won't need kids once I have the love of my Max. He'll be my new little pet project.
We're from different worlds. I'm from Earth, and you're from the freakiest planet of the freak system.
Opposites attract, baby. You're the only man not falling over himself to get me.
Max just isn't that into you.
Oh, geez, Sam, show a little tact. What he means to say is, there is absolutely no way, no how I would ever be interested in you until the day the Earth is consumed by the flames of our exploding sun.
You say that now.
I'm president of the U.S., and you'd make a lousy first lady.
You just don't know what you want. I may not be the first, but I'm the last lady you'll ever need.
Come on, we've got to convince her. Max is psychotic. True.
Max is belligerent, recalcitrant, and quite possibly psychotic.
So you're jealous, is that it? Want to keep him all to yourself?
I never knew you felt this way, Sam.
Temporal anomaly detected.
Shut up. It's not like that.
I'm married to my career.
They had the ceremony in Canada because it's legal there.
All those excuses you keep making just prove you need me.
Max is no good for you?
Max is no good for you.
Oh, I can fix him.
It's not you. It's
Just
me.
looking at you repulses me.
And that's from a guy who has a 12-volume scrapbook labeled Things I Have Shed.
You can try to push me away, but I know how you really feel.
Let's see. Max doesn't even like girls.
Max doesn't even like girls.
They're a nuisance at best.
Hasn't been interested since... Well, when did that start exactly?
I think it all goes back to that time we were... No flashback? Okay. Well, it's been ever since junior high. I think I'd rather take napalm and an IV drip while being pulled through a wheat thresher than spend another second with you.
You can't get rid of me that easy.
I've said all I can say.
Look, lady, you just don't get it. I'm just not into you.
Keep on protesting. It just makes me know you're the one.
Well, we've totally destroyed time. Let's go home.
Whee!
Use the elevator and see.
What do you think you're doing?
You know, the usual. Traveling through time and stuff.
Override. You've caused a catastrophic temporal anomaly. You're going back to the ship so you can think about what you've done. Just look at what you did.
Sam, what's a catastrophic temporal paradox?
That!
What the hell did you guys do?
Max, when you made Mama Bosco decide not to have a baby, that meant Bosco was never born.
But if Bosco was never born, then we never would have gone back to meet Mama Bosco in the first place. Neat!
Are you fools just gonna stand there explaining everything, or are you gonna fix me?
Sheesh! Give a guy a cool cow body, and all of a sudden he's the owner of the time stream.
Okay, so we have a couple of things, but let's carbon date Bosco.
Bosco already scanned himself with this thing.
And
Nope.
can't do
Not happening.
that.
Nope.
Can't do that.
Nuh-uh.
We didn't use the captain's chair. Let's sit in the captain's chair.
Appears to be made of the finest leather from only the finest in mutilated cattle.
Don't joke about that.
So we have 3 time cards. Let's put them into the
Moo.
device.
No way.
Okay, so he prints out some time cards later, but we have to now stick these time cards in here. As you can kind of see, there's only gonna be enough room for maybe 2 or 3 more. So we've unlocked 4 of the potential 5, 6, maybe 7 locations. So we really don't have any indication as to which of these to go to, so I guess the closest we could guess is Bosco's time card was there by default, so let's just go to the one closest to that. I imagine we're going to end up just wandering around between different time zones. The AI didn't stop us from traveling.
Look, Sam, more visitors.
I don't know how to use a light bulb with that.
There, Sam.
So we are in the future where we end up how we end up here. Here's a Doctor Who reference of a Dalek in Future Max. Let's see. And a computer, and a model volcano. What's it behind the closet door?
Whoa!
It's just
I hate
full
pack
of
rats.
items. Just full of items from some potential future cases.
Guess we couldn't afford 2 tape drives.
Bulletin board
The
barely
bulletin board's
changed.
all wet and ruined. We must get careless in the future.
Who cares?
Looks like we kept Bosco's model volcano after all these years.
Blowing things up for science will never go out of style.
High-tech rats. What future dystopia is this? With this bad boy, we'll never need another file cabinet. Not much use for this anymore. Their appeal is timeless.
Let's look at the calendar before we
How
talk to
embarrassing. This is 30 start dates behind.
30 start dates.
When did the Jetsons move in? There goes the neighborhood.
So, I imagine what's
Where we're going, we won't need coach.
Imagine what we're gonna end up doing is leaving something in the office in the present time. Let's go ahead and carbon date future
I already
Sam.
scanned myself. That's how we got here. I've already scanned Max. Nah. No siree. Nothing doing. Nope. No siree.
So it doesn't look like there's anything we can scan. Let's just talk to Future Max.
Hey, Future Max.
Oh, hey guys! Look, Sam, more visitors for your special day! Comically backwards past versions of ourselves!
Nah, I want to keep these shoestrings.
That's nice, Sam.
So he's got the Geordie LaForge visor from Star Trek on, and the hoverboard. So this is the future.
The future is a baffling potpourri of peculiar sights and odors.
Yes, our advanced world must be frightening and confusing to you. I'll try to speak slowly, so that your 21st century brains can understand.
So much in the office has changed.
Oh, the wonders I could show the two of you, if I wasn't afraid of violating the time stream. Yeah, the time stream's asking for it. Well, okay. In the future, we can make phone calls to other people even when we're not at home. My God! And our cars now have additional brake lights above the rear seats.
You must have been having a ton of exciting future adventures in space.
No, we don't take that many cases anymore. We try to stay mostly around this street and the neighboring shops. Still?
Do you remember how we cured Bosco of his parentage problems?
Bosco. Oh, he's the guy who invented Skynet, isn't he? No, I was hoping I'd be the one who did that. I don't remember much about that case. Something about spit, wasn't it?
Well, I guess we eventually escaped the ship, and sadly, I guess that's where we're gonna end this recording. We've got some more conversation to have. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.